Hello, I'm Jerry Fort. I'm going to review a Newman's Own 100% profits to charity. This is Organics Newman's Special Blend Medium Roast Coffee. So let's see how they do with this one. USDA Organics. Have a date. No. Well, that's pretty disappointing. Newman's Own is a pretty big company. They have dressings too, I think. Salad dressings and I think other kind of stuff. But they can't afford to put a little scratch of it. Wait a minute. There it is. Wow, they need to get that just a little bit more clear. Wow. 24. I hope that doesn't say 2024. Yep, sure enough. 7/28 of 24. Wow. I can't hardly even see that. You shouldn't have to look that hard. There might as well not even be a date on there when it's so hard to see. I'm gonna have to take a point off for that. That's too bad. It's not their fault that it's last year's coffee, but you can't, that it's hardly even visible. Depending on the lighting where you are, let's say you're in a break room and you're gonna have one of these coffees, but in the break rooms, it's kind of hard to tell if it's gonna be fresh or not. So you're gonna wanna know, right? So you're trying to look at it and your first impression is that it doesn't have one on there. Most of these are done with like an ink, you know, they stamp it on with an ink. And sometimes they put it on with the, you know, just like a little scratch, scribe, whatever, that it's actually visible. This here is like, you just can't hardly see that. If you're in like a darker room, you won't know it. Okay, anyway, enough of the rant. Let's see if this is any good. It's organic for one thing. Sometimes those are a little iffy on whether or not they're good. They're good flavored. Plus it's a medium roast, so let's see how they do with it. Oops, dang it. No. There we go. All right, let me redo that. There. Whoops, dang it. Now, I don't know why, but it was set on 10 ounces. I do 8 ounces for my coffees. That's pretty aromatic. Wow, that looks like a nice blend there. That looks like a dark roast right now. That smells really good too. Yeah, it smells strong. This is going to be an interesting one. One more drip. You got one more drip in you? Alright, I can't wait all day. Okay. Man, that's a pretty dark medium roast. It's got a big aroma. There is a little bit of a let's see if I can manage. There we go. There is a unique aroma coming up out of there, and it's probably the organic. That's what I would assume. The organic part. Does it smell bad? Does that unique aroma could be organic smell bad? No, not necessarily. It just it still has that big nutty aroma, but it's like a different nuttiness. There's a very light smokiness to it. You could probably call this complex. There's a little caramelization. Very, very, very light burnt character to it. Which I don't usually get like a burnt profile to it when it's medium roast. So this is a pretty nice quality medium roast. Okay, well, let's see what we got on this. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Oh. Okay, so I don't know if the organic part messes with the acidity or not. The acidity appears to be light to medium. The bitterness seems to be about a medium. Let's see. You could almost say this is in the espresso area, but it's like a medium espresso with that bitterness. Nuttiness is a nice regular, close to a full nutty flavor. Excuse me. there's that note again that's in there, that unique note that I'm thinking could be the organic part. And I say again, it's not unpleasant, it's just different. So you could probably call this complex flavored as well. It may be close to a rich flavor too, because the flavors are pretty big in this. Although they're unique, so it's kind of something that a person might not be used to, on that unique flavor to it. So a person could call this a rich flavor. The roastiness to it is medium to high. The smokiness is light to medium. Bold, it's got a medium boldness. A lot of times on medium roast, I don't get bold. Bold is kind of one of my dark roast characteristics that I say. So, and also carbony, it's like, it's about a medium carbon too. So this is a very interesting roast here, Mr. Newman. Let's see how it does with the little milk derivative, the little creamer here. I think it'd be all right with about an even teaspoon. Wow, creamer really goes nice in there. It actually paired with it really nicely, instead of diluted the what bitterness is there, acidity, and roastiness, instead of curving all that. It just paired well with it. So yeah, it went really well with it. So your heavy cream will go nice in here if you use heavy cream. Yeah, let's see what some caramel macchiato does with it. This is like an experiment, right? I don't want to go too big with this. Let's go just below a teaspoon. Wow, that went really nice in there too. It does really well with a flavored creamer. That's, added a little sweetness to it. It added a little bit of a caramel macchiato flavor with it, and it paired really well with what we got going on in this Newman's Own organic medium roast. All right, so very impressive, very impressive. So I was impressed before I added anything. So so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give it a 10. Excuse my band-aids. I'm gonna give it a 10 before I added anything. Okay. How am I going to do this? I'm going to give it a 10 before I added anything. I'm going to take away a point because of the lightly scratched in date that you can't hardly see. But that it paired so well with everything I put in there, and it still kept its flavor, and also the fact that it was still good even though it was last year's. I'm going to add the point back because I was impressed so much. But if they didn't have much more going on for them, then it would have been a 9. But this is a 10. This is a really good coffee. I just hope that someday that they change that about their dating system. That's what it looks like. I don't know how well you can see it on my camera. Newman's Own Organics. Newman's Special Blend Medium Roast Coffee. 100% profits to charity. Alright, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. This is a little longer video. Golly, almost 20 minutes. When it gets that long, it means usually that I've got a good one, or I'm ranting a lot, or something like that. So, alright. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Let me know if you've gotten to try this and if you were as impressed with this thing as I was. Alright, see you on the next one.